Good morning. And I'm watching this thing turn and I'm not sure I'm doing this right, but here we go. Good morning. I'm Sherry Andrews and this is Let's Talk Legal. Hap- Happening live on Tuesdays at 10. I'll be bringing you a new topic each week that helps remove the mystery from all things legal. It's bite-sized education for your business because an educated business owner makes better decisions. Now, if you're here with me live or on replay, please say hello in the comments so that I know you're here. Um, and we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to be honest and disclose up front. Facebook Live is new to me. I'm not used to this. I haven't done it. And I've got my cheat sheets with me because I'm wanting to make sure that I don't miss anything. So please forgive me for reading or any mistakes I make. So today's topic is the CAN-SPAM Act. Do you use email marketing in your business? Would you like to avoid the potential of tens of thousands of dollars in fines and penalties? Then listen up because you're going to want to make sure that your email marketing is CAN-SPAM compliant. CAN-SPAM is an acronym for Controlling the Assault of Non-Solicited Pornography and Marketing. It's a law that was signed in 2003 by President George W. Bush and was designed to slow down the amount of junk email coming into your inbox. It accomplished three things. It set up national standards for sending commercial email. It gave recipients the right to have you stop sending them email. And it set forth some very tough penalties for violations. Now, the act is enforced by the FTC, and in 2016, the FTC raised the penalties from about $16,000 to over $40,000. And since then, they've had several more increases so that currently, according to the FTC website, a single violation of the CAN-SPAM Act can cost you up to $43,280. Wow. Yeah. Now, despite its name, the CAN-SPAM Act doesn't apply just to bulk email. It covers all commercial email. The law defines, and I'm going to read this to you so I don't get it wrong, commercial email as any electronic mail message, the primary purpose of which is the commercial advertisement or promotion of a commercial product or service. That's a lot of the word commercial. What it really boils down to is this. If the primary purpose for sending your email message is to make money, you want to make sure that you're compliant with the CAN-SPAM Act. Hi, Denny. Now, in addition to commercial email, the Act recognizes two other types of email, um, transactional email and relationship email. Transactional email is email that's sent regarding a product or service that the customer has already purchased. For example, a notification that the order has been shipped. Relationship email, exactly what it sounds like. Email that's sent to help build the relationship for your email list, usually your newsletter. So, transactional and relationship email are exempt from most of the provisions of the CAN-SPAM Act, with one exception, and I'll get to that when we get there. But if you combine commercial content with a transactional or relationship email, I'm going to advise you to err on the side of caution and make sure that your email is fully CAN-SPAM compliant. So you're sending out a newsletter, it's all newsy, but then at the end, you add in a workshop that you're promoting or a product that you're selling. Make sure the email is CAN-SPAM compliant. It's easy to do, and you just don't want to take the chance. Being in compliance with the law really isn't complicated at all. And I'm going to go through the list of CAN-SPAM requirements directly from the FTC website. Don't worry about writing any of this down or trying to take notes because I will post a checklist on my Facebook business page for you so that the information is right there that you can copy from later. So the 7 requirements are as follows. Number 1, and this is the one that also applies to transactional and relationship email, Don't use false or misleading header information. So that means that your from box, your to box, your reply box, and your domain name and email address must be accurate and identify the person or business that the message is originating from. Number two, don't use deceptive subject lines. So in your subject line, no clickbait. Your subject line should accurately reflect the content of your message. Number three, admit that it's advertising. The law gives you a lot of leeway in how to do this, and it can be as simple as putting a message at the very bottom, a sentence at the very bottom of your email saying, this advertisement was sent by your business name. So it doesn't have to be something that in any way takes away or detracts from your message. It doesn't have to be a big banner at the top. It can be as simple as this sentence at the end, but somewhere in your message, you want to disclose that it's an advertisement. Um, Number four, and this is the one where I see the most mistakes in commercial email, provide a physical address. So the CAN-SPAM Act requires you to include a valid physical postal address. It can be your street address. It can be an address of an office if you have one. It can be a post office box that you've registered with the US Postal Service. It can even be a private mailbox that you've registered with a commercial mail agency, but it needs to be there at the bottom of your email. Number five, tell recipients how to opt out. Your message has to include a clear, conspicuous, and simple way for your recipient to opt out of your email. It can be a reply to email address, or it can be an internet-based form. There's a lot of additional requirements on this opt out, and I'm going to get to that in a second. So make sure that your spam filter doesn't block your opt out request, because number six is that you must handle opt out requests promptly. The mechanism that you use to honor a recipient's opt out request must complete that within 10 business days. You also can't charge a fee. You can't require any information beyond their email address. And you can't make them take any step other than a reply to email or visiting a single website page to opt out. And once someone has opted out, you can't sell or transfer their email address, with the sole exception of sharing that email address with a company that you've hired to help you be CAN-SPAM compliant. So that's a lot on opt-out. And there's one final thing that's not part of the CAN-SPAM Act, but I want to make sure you're aware of, and that is if you are sending email messages to anyone from Europe or Canada, you want to make sure that they have affirmatively opted in to receiving your email, and that you have saved proof of that opt-in and can provide it if you're ever asked. And the final requirement, number seven, monitor what others are doing on your behalf. So if you have hired a company to handle your email marketing, you can't rely on them to make sure that your email is CAN-SPAM compliant, because under the law, both your company and the company that you've hired to send your messages can be held legally responsible for CAN-SPAM violations. So remember, each individual email is subject to penalties of up to $43,280. So you want to make sure that your email messages are CAN-SPAM compliant and avoid any possibility of ever getting hit with those fines. Thank you for tuning in today on Let's Talk Legal. Tune in next Tuesday when we're going to discuss what to look for when hiring an attorney. Thank you.